What's going on, everybody? This is Unified Boxing coming to you again. Shouts out to everybody in the YouTube boxing community. Shouts out to the LDBC, Lions Den boxing community. Let me get straight to it. Oh, wait a minute. Like my little slogan say, I'm just here to unify. That's it. But anyway, subscribe to the channel, by the way, if you like the videos. And share all my videos too. I appreciate it. It's a new channel, you know what I'm saying? I'm still trying to getting my feeling in there and stuff like that. So let's get to the sad case of Mr. Dillian Whyte. Dillian Whyte, the UK fighter that's promoted by Matchroom Boxing, that fights on Sky Sports. Dillian Whyte is a curious case, man. He has a weird history, right? Been in the WBC silver champion mandatory position for over 600 days. We all know the story. But he just had a fight with Oscar Rivas not too long ago, and come to find out, he popped on a test at the British Boxing Council, BBBCO, whatever, OC, whatever it is, over in the UK. And now the WBC is basically suspended him, or temporarily suspended him, until the further investigation. Dillian Whyte, man, I don't really too much care for the guy, because he hasn't shown me anything that tells me he can beat Wilder, AJ, Fury, Ruiz. I think Gerald Miller beats him. I think Joe Joyce beats him. I think the FA guy from Houston beats him. I think Kawanaki beats him. Dillian Whyte is a very sloppy heavyweight. I mean, he fought Oscar Rivas, who could not beat a freaking jab. He could not figure out how to move his head when somebody throwing the jab at you. All Dillian Whyte did was throw jabs the whole entire fight with a couple right hands and some body shots. And Dillian Whyte could not, and Oscar Rivas couldn't figure it out. Now, mind you, they tried to hype Oscar Rivas up like he was this really tough challenge and nobody wanted to fight him. So you mean to tell me nobody wanted to fight that Oscar Rivas who couldn't get around a jab? Whatever. So now Dillian Whyte, you have had multiple chances for the WBC belt, a shot at the belt, and the IBF belt. Dating back to, you could have fought Ortiz not once, but twice. You could have fought Pulev for the IBF belt, but you didn't want to go to Bulgaria. You didn't want to fight Luis Ortiz when Deontay Wilder told you to fight him. You didn't want to fight Luis Ortiz when the WBC told you to fight him. But instead, you go fight Robert Helenius, Derek Chisora twice, Joseph Parker, Lucas Brown, Oscar Rivas. And the WBC mandated that fight as a WBC mandatory eliminator, silver belt eliminator. Man, no. And the WBC didn't waste no time to suspend his butt. And I don't blame him. Now, if the results come back positive, then it is what it is, right? It is what it is. He gonna be, like I told y'all in my other video, he gonna be waiting for another 300 plus days. He won't get a title shot if he's able to get past this investigation of his samples, his test samples, or his test sample, was a B or C, B sample. If he's able to get past this, the WBC will not make Wilder or rush Wilder to fight Dillian Whyte. There is no money in that fight for the WBC, Showtime, PBC. It's no money in that fight. It's a mandatory, but we all know the stories about mandatories. We've seen it in multiple weight divisions. 160 middleweight. With Jamal Charlo and Canelo situation. You know how that works. So y'all can miss me with that mandatory talk, because mandatories now don't even mean nothing. Mandatories don't even mean nothing. But see, it only means something when it's your fighter. See how that works? When it's your fighter, one of your favorite fighters that's in the mandatory position, now you want to start screaming out, crying out loud. I don't care for Dillian Whyte if you don't get a title shot. I don't care if he gets suspended. I don't care. Because he hasn't beaten no top tier heavyweight. Or nobody that could have gave him a real challenge. Joseph Parker almost stopped him in the 12th round. You was losing to Derek Chisora until you caught him with that nice left hook. You beat a Lucas Brown, Robert Helenius, and Oscar Rivas. But you wouldn't fight Luis Ortiz. You didn't want to fight Kolip Pulev. You don't want to fight Joe Joyce. Whatever, man. But Dillian Whyte, funny guy, man. Sell a lot of wolf tickets. And Eddie Hearn trying to put out fires now. He getting grilled by the LDBC and the media. They asking him about, did he know about this the test results, and he trying to avoid it and all this stuff like that. Eddie putting out these fires for Dillian Whyte. And Eddie's been a big advocate of, Dillian Whyte should get a title shot. Dillian Whyte should get a title shot. Eddie, you looking bad out here, bruh. And so, what's so interesting? Every time a matchroom boxer steps up for a title fight, they lose. They continue, the matchroom Danza thing just keep taking L's. Anyway, but that's a whole nother video. But Dillian Whyte, you don't have multiple opportunities to get yourself in position, and now you finally got yourself in position and you messed it up. Possibly. Until the results come out. I'm not going to accuse him of taking any type of drugs, but the samples, that's all that political behind the scenes sanctioning body stuff that, how the WBC works, and they work in mysterious ways when it comes to certain people. We already know how that works. And then with this sample thing, with this test sample, it's not good for Dillian Whyte, not good for Eddie Hearn, not good for matchroom boxing, because outside of Anthony Joshua, Dillian Whyte is really like the only one that is worth talking about. I mean, who you gonna talk about? Maurice Hooker? Luke Campbell? I mean, what does Matchroom have? All those heavyweights in Matchroom, they're not gonna win no belts. It's irrelevant. I don't know. But Dillian Whyte, you deserve what you get if you get caught testing positive for a banned substance. But anyway, that's my take on the Dillian Whyte situation. I didn't even want to get into details because it's just playing out. If he did it, man, suspension, take him out the rankings just like they did Luis Ortiz in the WBA. They took Luis Ortiz completely out of the rankings of the WBA, did not reinstate him, or he didn't apply for reinstatement. But if Dillian Whyte comes back, if it comes out and he actually popped for this, the WBC should remove him from the rankings, period. Suspend for a whole year or 2 years, I don't know. But we'll see how the WBC handle it if the WBC decides to handle it. Because, they're not too fond of Eddie Hearn and Dillian Whyte anyway. With that being said, this is Unified Boxing coming to you again. Subscribe, like, comment, share all my videos. I'm new to the LDBC. I'm new to the boxing community on YouTube. I'm just trying to make my footprint. I'm just trying to get in where I fit in. And I will be dropping more videos. Actually, I'll be dropping video every day as I make my footprint to unify the boxing community on YouTube. I'm out.